Welcome to my channel. Try to hear the latest story.
My girlfriend announced, "I'm polyamorous now, and you have to come to terms with it." I replied, "I come to terms with it." Then I began seeing her closest friend. She discovered it when we shared our engagement pictures online. It turned out her version of polyamory came with boundaries. I, a 28-year-old guy, sat there in shock as Serene, 26, described her path of personal growth. We'd been a couple for 3 years, sharing a home for one. On Tuesday evening after our meal, she unleashed this revelation. Serena said, "So I've been reflecting a lot, studying materials, and searching my inner self. I've come to understand that I'm polyamorous. It's my true identity." What? Since when did this start? It's not a matter of since when, Zach. It's something that's always been inside me. I just pushed it down due to cultural pressures. Alright, but we're in a committed, exclusive partnership. She sighed as if I were a naive kid. That's the part that has to shift. I'm polyamorous from this point forward. You need to embrace that. Embrace what precisely? That I'll be pursuing bonds with others. Emotional ones, physical ones, anything that resonates. Monogamy is old-fashioned and controlling. So you intend to date others while we remain a couple? Serena, we can both date others. That's the wonder of polyamory. Affection doesn't run out. Have you already connected with someone? Her expression flickered. Be honest. This isn't tied to any particular person. It's about living my genuine life. But have you? I've been chatting with a guy from my yoga sessions, Dimitri, but nothing physical has occurred. I wanted to inform you before anything else. See? That's responsible non-monogamy. Responsible, huh? Building emotions for another, then suddenly proclaiming polyamory after the fact. What if this isn't something I want? Then you're prioritizing ownership over true affection. I need you to grow alongside me, Zach. This is proceeding regardless of your support. Don't overreact. I'm granting you liberty as well. You can pursue anyone you desire. I don't desire to pursue anyone else. She rolled her eyes. That's merely societal programming speaking. Once you experience it, you'll realize how freeing it is. I sat there absorbing it all. 3 years together. Visions of a shared tomorrow. Now she aimed to pursue Dimitri from yoga while retaining me as what? Her reliable anchor? I told her, I need space to consider this. Naturally, look into polyamory. Check out The Ethical Slut. It'll help you grasp it better. She pecked my forehead like I was a bewildered animal and headed to sleep. I remained awake, searching online. Discovered plenty on how true polyamory demands eager agreement from everyone involved. Not demands backed by threats. The following morning I reached my choice. I said, I embrace it. Her face brightened. Truly? Oh Zach, I knew you'd get it. This will be incredible for our relationship. Yeah. So both of us can pursue others, without any limits? Well, we ought to set some guidelines, like always using barriers, avoiding each other's close pals, keeping open lines about it all. Sure, that seems reasonable. She nearly skipped to her job. Already messaging. Likely Dimitri. I felt nauseous but kept my composure. That night, her closest companion Camila stopped by. They'd been friends since their teen years. Camila was navigating a tough separation. Had been staying at our place now and then. Serena, beaming. Cam, guess the news? Zach and I are embracing polyamory now. Isn't it thrilling? Camila eyeing me cautiously. Oh, the two of you? Yes. I finally revealed my real nature to him, and he's handling it so maturely. That's curious. You alright with this, Zach? I said. I embraced it. Something in my voice prompted Camila to study me more intently. She understood me deeply, pierced through the serenity. After Serena retired early, for obvious reasons, Camila stayed behind. You're not alright with this. That's accurate. She ambushed you with it? Yesterday. And she already has a target in mind. Dimitri from yoga. Of course. I'm truly sorry, Zach. That's incredibly unjust. It is what it is. Camila asked, what will you do? I replied, adhere to the guidelines. Both of us can pursue others. She gazed at me for an extended moment. You know what? That's positive for you. Don't allow her to claim all the enjoyment. Over the following weeks, Serena immersed herself in her exploration. Outings with Dimitri 2 times weekly. Returned home radiant, sharing excessively about their bond. Shared posts about embracing true living and affection without boundaries. In the meantime, Camila continued visiting. Her separation was chaotic, required encouragement. Serena was overly occupied with Dmitri to observe her closest companion was suffering. One evening, Serena out on a date, Camila and I conversed over glasses of wine. Camila said, "She hasn't inquired about my separation once this entire month. She's deeply invested in her genuine self." "You mean Dmitri? The yoga teacher who composes verses about energy centers?" "That one," Camila chuckled. "His verses are awful. Recall that one on blooming awareness?" "Please," I'd suppressed that. We conversed for hours, covering her separation, my circumstances, existence in general. She was intelligent, humorous, genuinely attentive, had been present for every key moment in our relationship. I'd always appreciated her but never viewed her romantically. Until that point, Camila said, "You know, if you wish to truly pursue someone, yeah, just pointing out, you're permitted to, correct? Those are the guidelines. No pursuing each other's close pals. Whose close pal am I these days?" She missed my birthday because she was at a sensuality seminar with Dmitri. Valid point. The next week, I invited Camila to a meal. Just the two of us. "Camila, like an actual date for me." "Precisely like a date. You certain about this?" I embraced polyamory, now to live it. The outing was flawless. Dialogue flowed effortlessly. No pompous mysticism, no sermons on personal growth. Just genuine bond. Concluded with a kiss at her building entrance. This will likely detonate. Probably. Worth the risk. Absolutely. We began seeing each other. Discreetly initially. Serena was too engrossed in Dmitri to detect it. Boasted about how polyamory was fortifying our connection while I agreed and arranged meals with Camila. 2 months later, Camila and I were deeply involved. Serena remained oblivious despite Camila being occupied whenever she seldom recalled to include her in plans. Then, Dmitri's spouse learned the truth. Yes, spouse. The yoga teacher omitted that fact. Spouse arrived at our home when Serena was alone. Serena, weeping when I returned. She uttered awful words. Labeled me a destroyer of homes. Can you imagine Dmitri deceived me about his status? That's tough. Tough? I'm shattered. I believed we shared something profound. I'm apologetic. "Hey, I'm heading out this evening." "Out? To where?" "I require your support." "Date." She stiffened. "What date?" "You never mentioned seeing anyone. Must have escaped my notice. Been involved with her for 2 months now." 2 months? Who is she?" "We can discuss later. Don't stay awake." Left her stammering. Petty? Perhaps. Fulfilling? Completely. Serena shifted from heartbroken over Dmitri to fixated on my unknown partner. Attempted trailing me, inspecting my device. Secured with a code. Questioning me relentlessly. "Serena, this is about openness. Responsible polyamory demands dialogue." I said, "I'm involved with someone." They're dialogued. I must know her identity. What if she's risky? Like a wedded yoga teacher? That's not the same. I was deceived. I said, "Aha." Meanwhile, Camila and I deepened our connection. Her separation concluded. We marked it with a getaway weekend. Shared nothing on social platforms. We were savoring each other, not staging a show. Serena attempted fresh approaches. Abruptly keen on joint counseling to better handle polyamory. Meaning, uncover my partner's identity. Then she strove to be the ideal partner. Preparing meals. Tidying. Starting closeness. I remained courteous but reserved. Passed most evenings at Camila's. "Serena, you're rarely here. This isn't polyamory's intent. It appears to suit me well. You're acting this way to hurt me. I'm simply doing what you desired. Pursuing others." She began inviting random men over. Matches from apps. Noisy sessions while I was present. Attempting to provoke envy. I merely messaged Camila. "Serena's throwing another fit. Your place." The sense of ownership hit new heights when she summoned a relationship discussion. "We must revise our polyamory terms." "Oh, main partners should possess veto rights over others. That wasn't in the initial terms." "Well, I'm setting it now. You must terminate with whoever she is." "No, I'm your main." "Actually, we never defined levels. You stated affection isn't limited. Recall?" She attempted all forms of coercion. Weeping. Rage. warnings to conclude things. I remained composed. I said, "If you wish to separate, I comprehend." "Serena, I don't wish to separate. I want you to honor our bond," I said. "Like you honored it when you declared polyamory to pursue Dmitri?" Quiet. The revelation struck when Serena encountered Camila at a cafe. Camila wore a necklace I'd gifted her. Delicate silver charm. Serena identified it since she'd assisted me in selecting gifts previously. Serena returned home furious. "Camila? You're involved with Camila?" "Yes. My closest friend? Your closest friend whom you've neglected for months? That one. You spiteful jerk. You orchestrated this. Actually, it unfolded organically. Unlike your abrupt polyamory revelation. She's prohibited. Friend rules. Woman rules. Fundamental respect. You stated no pursuing each other's close pals. Camila hasn't been your close pal in months. You missed her birthday. Twice. That's not. You can't? This is disloyalty," I said. Fascinating view on disloyalty. She insisted I terminate it. I declined. She warned to portray Camila as a treacherous destroyer on social media. I said, "Proceed. Detail how your closest friend is a destroyer for pursuing your partner, whom you pushed into polyamory." Update 2. 6 weeks on, Serena's attack campaign failed miserably. Shared an extended tirade about Camila breaching woman rules and me misusing polyamory. Responses were harsh. "Wait, you pushed for polyamory but upset he found another?" Camila upgraded to better. "So you can pursue married guys but he can't pursue your former friend? Explain the logic." She removed it swiftly, but captures spread. Next was the home conflicts. Altered the streaming service code. I switched to Camila's. Discarded my groceries. I'd been dining at Camila's regardless. Accidentally damaged my gaming gear. Replacement under guarantee. Then she planned cleverly. Reached out to my mother. Informed her I was trapped in a sect-like polyamorous setup. Being unfaithful with various women. My mother phoned, worried. I detailed everything. She listened silently then. "Mom, so Serena wanted to be unfaithful, labeled it polyamory, and is upset you're superior at it." I said, "Basically, is Camila good to you?" "Extremely good." "Excellent. Invite her to family meal Sunday." Serena's sense of ownership climaxed when she delivered an ultimatum. "Serena, it's me or her. Select." Okay what? I select her." Stunned expression. "You can't be serious. We share 3 years. Shared. Past form. Where will I reside? This is my home too. It's a flexible lease. I already notified. Relocating with Camila next month." "You're relocating with her?" "Yeah. True collaboration. It's pleasant." The outburst was catastrophic. Yelling about me appropriating her existence. How I destroyed all. How polyamory was meant to enrich their bond, not substitute it. I said, "Polyamory exposed we lacked a bond. Just your fallback while you ventured." She attempted to sway our social circle. Some sided with her at first. Wicked guy. Pursues. Closest friend. Typical antagonist action. Until Camila shared our perspective. For transparency, Serena insisted on polyamory to pursue a married man. Overlooked me for months amid my separation. Zach and I discovered something authentic. If that labels us antagonists, I'll accept it. Friends began contacting privately. Turns out Serena had approached several committed men in the circle lately, arguing exclusivity is obsolete. Her trustworthiness plummeted. Desperate move. She visited my office. Informed front desk she was my partner. Required urgent access. Security notified me. I said, "I lack a partner here. My fiancée is Camila." "Yeah, fiancée." Proposed the prior evening. Camila agreed instantly. Serena erupted in the entrance area. Security removed her. HR prohibited her from the site. Final update. 2 months on. Shared our engagement images on Instagram yesterday. Camila appeared stunning. Intimate event planned. Only relatives and true companions. Serena learned when shared acquaintances reposted. The messages began right away. Had to highlight the best ones. "You proposed? We're not even separated. This is madness. 6 months back we were a pair. You swapped me with my closest friend. I'll take legal action for emotional harm. Polyamory doesn't involve proposing to others. My top pick. You twisted it all. Polyamory was to improve us." Replied once. "Best wishes on your genuine path." Cease contacting me. She attempted intruding on Camila's pre-wedding gathering. Yes, arrived without invite. Created chaos about disloyalty and appropriating her existence. Camila's sibling had her expelled. Someone recorded it. Serena yelling about polyamory having guidelines while being removed gained some local attention. The sense of ownership persisted. She truly thought she could impose polyamory on me, pursue others while I stayed home, block anyone I pursued, retain me as reserve while venturing. Expect faithfulness she withheld. Instead she received precisely what she requested. A direct view of an authentic bond. Removed from the home. Lost her closest friend and partner. Transformed into a warning story. Last I heard, she was seeing another poly individual who has 3 additional partners. She's persuading him she deserves main status. Best of luck. Camila and I? Outstanding. Turns out pursuing someone who truly values you, honors you, and doesn't seek to transform you is quite wonderful. Who would have guessed? We chuckle about the irony occasionally. Serena sought polyamory to inject thrill into her world. Instead, it removed everything significant and injected only turmoil. She contacted me last week from an unknown number. Left a message about how I misconstrued polyamory and used it against her. How she never intended for it to escalate this way. How we could restart if I simply expressed regret to her. Regret for embracing what she insisted. For abiding by the guidelines she established. For discovering real affection while she hunted wedded yoga teachers. Erased it. Shared with Camila. We laughed. Then resumed organizing our strictly exclusive wedding. The lesson? If you're going to insist on an open setup because you crave sanctioned infidelity, don't be astonished when your partner locates someone who truly desires them. And certainly don't be astonished when that someone is the closest friend you deserted for fleeting pleasure. Polyamory demands moral conduct, dialogue, and honor. Serena possessed none. She sought liberty for herself and authority over me. She received precisely what she merited. Nothing. Thanks for reading. Heading to scout wedding locations with my fiancé now. The one who selected me initially, not as a contingency. Serena was correct about one aspect. Affection isn't limited. It simply wasn't intended for her.